What if you could relive the struggle for the Iberian Peninsula during the Middle Ages? Building castles, raising armies, and forging alliances. That's exactly what Iberia, Kings and Emirs from C² Games is all about. But does it balance history and strategy, or just get lost in the dust of time? Let's take a closer look. In Iberia, Kings and Emirs, you take on the role of one of several medieval leaders, each with unique abilities that shape your strategy. On your turn, the first step is income, but it's not as simple as collecting coins. Your income depends on how balanced your population and your politics are, meaning you'll need to keep an eye on those tracks as your empire grows. Next is the action phase, where you can spend your coins on a wide range of projects. You might build markets to boost your economy, castles to strengthen your defenses, palaces for prestige, or wonders to work toward a major victory condition. You can also shift your political alliances, which can have a big effect on your options. During this phase, you'll also play courtiers, powerful cards that grant abilities, bonuses, and special one-time effects. These can really shape your long-term strategy. After that comes movement and conflict. You'll send your troops into new regions to either expand into neutral areas or challenge rival armies for control. To claim an unoccupied region, your army needs to outnumber the local population. You'll lose a troop in the process, and then you'll need to have enough strength left to fully subdue and hold the area. It's not just about marching in, it's about having the forces to keep it under your control. When clashing with another leader, you'll compare attack versus defense. Your opponent's defense can come from their army, castles, walls, or even defensive wonders. If your attack overcomes their defenses, they're forced to retreat, and you take control of the region, even swapping out their buildings for your color. The only thing that remains as a trophy of your conquest is their flag, which you take into your play area. Finally, you'll update your population and currency tracks to reflect any new conquests or developments. The game ends when a player either places all 9 of their flags on the board or completes 2 wonders. At that point, whoever has built the strongest legacy claims the victory. 2 things stood out to us right away. First, the historical detail. This game is clearly a passion project, and the research and theme shine through in the leaders, courtiers, and wonders. Second, the sense of growth. You're not just expanding territory, you're building it up. Adding markets, castles, and palaces makes your regions feel alive and personal. I also like the flexibility in playstyle. You don't have to play aggressively if that's not your thing. Courtiers and wonders can be just as strong as conquest, which opens the door for different strategies. And with the wide variety of leaders and courtiers, the replayability feels strong. No 2 games will play out the same way. That said, we didn't feel the game shined as much at 2 players. The board felt open enough that we could avoid conflict almost entirely. At 3 or 4, though, I can see this game really shining with a lot more tension and competition for space. In the end, Iberia, Kings and Emirs reminded us a lot of a Civ game, but focused on one region with a strong mix of cultural and military paths to victory. The history is beautifully integrated, the illustrations are gorgeous, and it delivers a rich sense of progression. It might not be for you if you only play 2-player games, or if you're not into area control. But if you like historically grounded strategy games with multiple paths to victory, this one is worth keeping an eye on when it hits Kickstarter. So, what kind of leader would you be in medieval Iberia? The conqueror with armies, or the visionary building wonders and culture? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this review helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you won't miss our next review. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the table.